This video chart presentation of Enterprise Oilfield Group. Enterprise Oilfield trades on the Toronto Stock Exchange under the ticker E. You can see why this hit our watch list over the last 3 months. Nice solid uptrend after the last rise to a new high around 67 cents. Stock's cooled back off, making a higher low, holding a support level right around 52 cents, edging its way upward over the last few trading days. And as such, it's one worth keeping on radar for another breakout to see if it's going to make a new high. Now, if I have any real concern with this chart, it's this MACD trending downward. And see, as the price per share continues upward, the MACD is actually making slightly lower highs. But right now I see the histogram bars are slowly inching upward, which could be signaling that another bullish cross of the MACD is going to happen. If that does, then I'd suspect this is going to try and push again, as according to MACD, a gauge of trend, the chart's trying to go back into bullish mode. So that's something I always closely watch for. It's a very bearish sign if we see the MACD break back down through zero. So it's important for it to hold that level, drop another bullish cross, and this time try and come through and make a new higher high. Not getting a lot from the slow stow. It's a gauge of momentum. Since the stock price peaked out back earlier this month, dropping off in values, sucked the momentum right out of the play. And while it's slightly rising off the bottom, I really want to see it back through 50 and holding above that level to signal that momentum is staying strong in the play, similar to this area through here. When it broke through, even though the stock price consolidated a little bit, slow stow slipped off, but held that key 50 mark. And then, of course, the price per share finally took off to make that new high. Similar type of mentality with the money flow index. Right now registering a 53.6. I want to see it hold that 50 mark because that's indicative of people paying higher prices for the stock over 14 period increments. So holding that 50 mark again is important to me. That sort of mentality also carries through to the relative strength index. You can see it's just holding right there at 50. The bulls and bears are in a struggle to gain momentum of the play. And since we're not getting much of a read from that, as always, it's really going to come down to the candles anyways. And I'd be paying close attention to a couple support levels. First and foremost, right there around 51, 52 cents. You see, there's a strong level of resistance earlier on. And in classic TA, I want that resistance point once it's broken to become support. And that's what the chart's doing right now. So that needs to hold. There is another lower level right there around 45 cents and even running down to about 42 cents. But if this can't hold this uptrend right through there, I'd be much more concerned this chart's going to drop off and fall through that support level as well. So I'd be closely watching this 51, 52 cent mark, especially for increases in volume. I don't want to see some heavy selling coming into it, or that would just validate the idea it's probably going to fall through this support level as well. Now, if it can hold this support, and conversely we see buying pressure coming in with increases in volume, there's not a lot of resistance in sight until it reaches these recent highs. So that's a very nice upside from closing at 54 cents to those resistance points, adding about 13 cents a share, or more than 20%. So what we always look for in charts, close to a support level with a nice upside to resistance. Enterprise Oilfield is making itself a nice upward trend, and until these indicators go more bearish and some support levels are broken, this chart's one worth keeping on radar to see if it's going to take on some upward pressure. But as always, it's merely my interpretation of the E chart. I'm not a financial consultant and strongly encourage you to do your own proper due diligence. Consult with a qualified financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. Please visit the allpenny.com website to view the full disclaimer disclosure, and do not base any investment decisions on any material found on the website and/or this video chart. No person employed by Allpenny Stocks is a registered investment advisor or licensed broker dealer. Thank you for watching. Trade smart.